Now Wilson on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that is incomplete.
So, Charles, you talk about this offense, this week 8 of the 2021 campaign. Now, normally this would be the halfway point of the season, but as we all know, this is now a 17-game regular season. And because of that, seems like now maybe more than ever, getting your open week to occur later in the season, that could be a pretty big advantage.
Brandon, it's always been a big advantage, and now, as you pointed out, the possibility of it becoming huge, likely. Most teams want that later open date because of injuries, getting that rest before the playoff push, all of those things. Sometimes when you get an open date early in the season, it's not very much of an advantage. You might be playing well, now it slows down your momentum. This is a big deal, and teams definitely like it. The later, the better.
On first and 10, it's Wilson rolling to his left. That is taken in by the tight end Fan. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And on this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then that opens things up underneath. A really nice start for them. Great way to get the game going.
In Washington territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 26-yard line. Here's Wilson. Sutton reeling it in on the left side. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork and add a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's first and 10.
Now it's Wilson. And he's got his tight end Fan. Touchdown Broncos. Noah Fant, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Broncos take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point from Mcmanus is good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, here's Mcmanus now to kick it away.
Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25. Haskins and the Washington offense going to come up here first and 10
at their own 25-yard line. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
This defense for the Broncos, they were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
They'll run with Gibson. Now they can't bring him down. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
Throwing now, Haskins on first down. And he's going to drop this one down to Gibson. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 43. And here's a give to Gibson. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Off the play fake. Here's Haskins. That's out to the flat for Gibson. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So, second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So, if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game, too. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. They go play action with Haskins. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect. How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Now they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead. Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. It means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now. 7 yards, the pickup there. Remain for 2nd down. Now Wilson. Open man Hamler, that's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. So the assignment, a tough one here for this defense. You've got a quarterback ranked in the top 5 in passing yards. What do they need to do to try to keep him under wraps? Well, they didn't sleep a whole lot getting ready for this one. I can guarantee you there's just so much to combat. But I think they're going to zero in on taking away his top target. Double, triple him if they have to. Make the other guys rise up and try and beat them. They'll feel a whole lot better if those guys win in the routes instead of their number 1 guy. Gordon loses the football. It's loose. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Partner, on my spot sheets, I highlighted turnover margin because we remember they turned it over 4 times last week. So another one here in the first quarter. This isn't the way they want to go. No, not even close. And it's not something they even imagine because the amount of time that we know that they spend in practice talking about what they need to get done, working on it, showing them how to take care of the football, and emphasizing what it means in terms of winning, they got to just be puzzled right now that they're not taking care of the ball better. A lot of running backs in the passing game, they're just used to check it down to them or maybe dump off passes. But this guy, they use him to stretch the field, don't they? Stretched it right there, turned it into a really nice game. They'll run with Gibson. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. One more time with Gibson.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
They'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Gibson. And Gibson looking for some kind of opening, but he has none. They rally up to stop him short of the marker.
No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal. Now on comes the Washington field goal unit. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And this one is right through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So they wind up turning the turnover into points as they convert there for 3.
Yeah, that was a nice job there to force the fumble. They recover, hand things over to their offense, and then the offense went down and got them 3. That alone, that's not enough to win a game, but both units able to do their jobs on these last 2 drives.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive a little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. And they'll run the end around here with Judy. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
From the 41, Wilson. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Here's Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. Oh, but this is going to backfire as it's intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
Anytime you send your kicker out to try a long one, you got to figure that the defense, they're on guard for something like that.
Well, I like the way that you're thinking because that's exactly what defenses practice when they put their special teams out there. Long field goals, most of the time you're not trying as hard to block it as you are to prevent a fake. And in this situation, that didn't fool anyone.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
On play action, Haskins slings this deep from McLaurin. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I may be an analyst, but I'm also a fan. I love it when people take the big shots downfield, but he was under a lot of duress, and I think that forced the incompletion downfield. Didn't have a real good chance to find his target.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Haskins. This one left side caught by Gibson. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down. So on 4th down, Washington going to call on Tress Way to punt it away. Back deep to return is K.J. Hamler. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there. Checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Throwing is Wilson. Left side here, that's the tight end Fant. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson escaping the pressure right. This pass caught by Hamler. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down.
They talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and his accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Washington defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the pistol, they run with Gordon. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On 2nd down, Gordon once more. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
How about the job there on the outside? Shed the wide receiver and was able to make the tackle on the perimeter.
Two minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
And he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
But they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit.
And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. Montez Sweat able to record his 5th sack of the season. And this is a quarterback who's already had success on the ground in this first half, but this time they're able to hem him in.
And it's always different when you rush a mobile quarterback as opposed to a guy you know will be right back in the pocket. In this case, you got to make sure the inside pressure and the outside pressure match, and maybe even a second wave to make sure if he squirts free, you got someone to tackle him.
Maybe worse than the loss of yardage, they also lose the down. So now it's 3rd and long.
52's the mic right here over there, right? 52's the mic. Ready? Check. 52's the mic. Well. I smell fear in that offense. Pull down. 52.
To throw is Wilson. Forced out to his left. Oh, he'll try and throw it deep to the other side of the field. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
Certainly feels like the classic second guess, but let's be honest about it. They had a chance going to halftime with the lead. Why did they take a chance with a throw there? I don't understand that.
Well, that's what I'm wondering. And now this defense has to try to protect that lead going into the locker room. Now after the turnover, here's Haskins. Flushed out right. He's going to air this thing out deep for Thomas. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Haskins. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Michael O.J. Mudia. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown.
Coaches preach all the time about opportunities and taking advantage of them, and he did exactly that. He said the coach told us all the time, a lost opportunity is never regained. Well, no regrets here. He picked that one off and took it to the house.
Mcmanus' point after is good, and that pushes the lead up to 11. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Final 12 seconds of the half now as they've got it 1st and 10. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. Oh, some strong running. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So we are at halftime here on Halloween. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they trail here to begin the second half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them because we always talk about turnovers. They had 2 of them in the first half, and once you start talking about if you have 3, 4, or 5, you know it's beyond difficult to try and win a football game with that. Those have to be eliminated. If they take care of the ball, they've still got a shot.
On second down, it's Gibson, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Haskins out of the gun. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Off the play fake, here's Wilson, rolling to his right. That's complete to the tight end, Saubert. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. This is the tight end fan. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A big play there on the
catch and run.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
How about Jonathan Allen there, pushing upfield to make the stop behind the line?
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Wilson's throw there, complete to Hamler.
And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. Now they run from the gun with Gordon. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Bronco touchdown. Melvin Gordon, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Broncos will extend their lead. Mcmanus now for the extra point. And it's 21-3. After the touchdown, here's Mcmanus now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
Then they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
On first down, right back to Gibson.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield.
94 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
On the counter, Gibson.
Still going. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42.
Antonio Gibson is an absolute dart with the ball in his hands, and he can make you miss, and he can run over you. Took a little while to crack the starting lineup as a rookie, but boy, was he sensational when he did. Went for 115 yards and 3 scores in a Thanksgiving Day clobbering of the Dallas Cowboys. At Washington, they felt like they had a real find when they took him in the 3rd round last year, number 66 overall, and he justified their decision.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
2nd and 10 now, 3rd quarter action in Denver.
Now it's Haskins.
He'll check that down to Gibson out of the backfield.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those, too.
Well, the passing game right now for them, not overly impressive. Last week he hit on right at 50%. This week he's under 50%.
And it's not just on him. Protection, a few breakdowns along the way. That's made him get off the spot. Receivers not getting their way open downfield. The coverage has been awfully tight. They've got to all get together and find ways to make this passing game get in gear.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
at their own 15-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
On 2nd and 7, Wilson. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available, because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Second and 10. Here's Wilson to throw. That's going to be caught by Judy. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Now Gordon on 1st down. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That really sets him back. A loss of 6.
Sometimes being a linebacker in the middle of the field is kind of like being a doctor on the field. You got to make the right diagnosis. Here he correctly sends his run and shoots through to make the play in the backfield.
Now on 2nd and 16, Wilson. Right side, it's Hamler pulling it in. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 34-yard line. 3 quarters have come and gone. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34. Play action. It's Wilson. And going right back to Hamler. And now the ball comes loose. Working with 2nd and 5 now. Back to the ground now with Gordon. And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And Gordon's going to be stopped short. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. That's to his running back, complete. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
This game has been a lesson, a clinic in how to throw the football. I mean, even with a big lead, they're not turning off the engine. They're not getting off the gas at all. They plan to keep going at them, and it's working for them.
It's a jet sweep. Wilson with a little pop pass.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on second down. Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
That's out to the flat for Gordon. And he is going to be stopped at the 12, short of the first down. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down. Now Brandon Mcmanus for the Bronco field goal. The kick by Mcmanus is good. And that will make this now an 18-point ball game. So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
Well, you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough.
David Johnson on his way. He's at the 30. And down inside the 10, they finally stop him. But what a return. It'll be 1st and goal.
Similar to golf, you never want to count a score before it actually happens. But you have to figure. They thought they were going to get 6 on that play. Great effort to keep them out of the end zone, but a big-time return.
Breaking the huddle, 1st and goal as the return team has set him up with golden field position. They'll try the left side with Gibson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Once more, Gibson. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. 109 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Now this likely a must-have. 3rd and goal. Out of the shotgun, Haskins. And that is incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
And a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Haskins. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. John Ross, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And Washington able to cut into that deficit. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you'd kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
They're going to keep it on the ground. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball. Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
Flush to his right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Second down and 3. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and get some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
Wilson now to throw on third down. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. William Jackson with a pick. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. And now with that interception, you feel like we got a ball game again. Remember, 2-score contest and still time left here in the fourth.
And in the old days, not too long gone either, throwing the ball here would have been an absolute no-no. But the way the game's played now, throwing it makes sense. You just have to be careful when you put it in the air.
Haskins throw complete there to Thomas. A gain of 6 there on first. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. From midfield now, Haskins. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
Makes the score.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. KJ Hamler returning it. And he's going to be out of bounds. Here's the run back. Will leave him shy of the 20-yard line.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Well, it looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
Coming to you, coming to you. Good. Thank you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Mark 38, Mark 38, Mark 38.
No gain on this defense, no gain.
Oh, Wilson going to throw. And that's checked down to Gordon. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. man here in the secondary for Washington on third down. Here's Wilson. He'll go up top here for Hamler. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Elsewhere in the NFL, they're in the fourth down in New Orleans. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And now that one really widening up. The Bucs have just scored again. A win would be just their second of the year if they can hold on. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Now it's Haskins. Escaping the pressure right. Haskins hit, and he lost the football. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. So they recover their own fumble. Now they face 3rd and short. Now Haskins, a pop pass to his wideout. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Throwing now is Haskins. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout. As the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Here we go with Haskins. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Haskins to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him.
Yet again, Haskins is intercepted, 3rd time. Picked off by Michael O.J. Mudia. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did.
Well, taking that knee, maybe just a sigh of relief. They withstood a big fourth-quarter comeback. Able to hold on, though.
Certainly looked like they had things going their way, didn't it? In the fourth quarter, they had to just hold on. As you said, furious assault on them, but they were able to get it done, take a knee, and head to the locker room with a win.
So this one will wind up at